Yo guys, welcome back to the PBNP podcast. I'm not even going to introduce us because you should know us by now. Back again.
And if you don't, I'm Waddle this time.
Yeah, that's the point. So today we're going to talk about social media. We all use it, we all have it. Some people use it more than others. Me. I know.
For the first pause, let's say, it's pissing down. We've had a lot of trouble setting this up, so bear with us.
I'll put an image on the screen of what the camera looks like right now. But yeah, we're going to talk about social media and like how it can have a negative influence, and we could even talk about how like it can be positive. Because
but social media is a great thing, but it's also one of the worst things that's ever come to this planet.
Yeah,
it is.
It's a two-headed coin.
The thing with social media is that it's so fake. It's like, a lot of time, it's if you put something on, even like we all do it, you don't put. A lot of people won't put anything that's negative. I won't put a picture on me if I feel like absolute crap or I think I look horrible. Not a chance of putting a picture on. Whereas, you know, if someone is a good picture here, you'll spend, you know, if you go on a night out or you go away, you take loads of photos and you think, look, I'll pick the best ones out. You do. And
you'll also spend like 5 to 10 minutes editing that photo.
Yeah, and then you're portraying a life that is not. It's not real. It's not portrayed as you. That's not you. That's not what you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you never see the negatives of people's lives. You always see the positives.
Yeah.
Well, I think people are getting better at it, but still, it's just not.
I think 90% of people do tend to post like pictures that isn't a true reflection of
representation of them.
And I think it's like a domino effect, really, because the people who follow you then think that's your life,
and they try and.
Don't even try to. It can cause like so many mental issues because people are thinking, "Oh, my life's not good enough."
I can't achieve this.
Yeah, and you can, like, again, all these things. There's always two sides to look at them. You can use it as a sense of like motivation of wanting to get to that.
Yeah.
Or you can see it as a negative, as like,
I'll
never get there.
Yeah. Like I always had that. Like when I in school, I never had like what everyone else has. So I was jealous of seeing them getting new things and doing new things. And I was like. I always thought I'll never get there.
Yeah.
And then you grow up and you're like, you don't need it. You know what I mean? You don't need to do all that. You don't need to like just yesterday at work. Like I had some time now, so I just went through my Instagram and unfollowed loads of people that I either don't know or I don't care about. Like the only people I follow now are like people I either want to see stuff from or I know, you know, or care about. That's about it. Like you need that detox. Like I do it all the time. Like Facebook, that were a big one. Like a couple of years ago, I just went on. I think I hit the limit for friends.
Yeah.
So I just went through and I was like, I don't know. I got rid of like half, maybe even like 3/4 of the friends I actually had on Facebook, and just kept the people that I knew.
Mad. It's with social media. It's very convenient. It's a very convenient tool of like, oh, I'm just gonna scroll through it, and it's easy to say I'm not gonna use it, but there's also that person inside everyone who's is a better phrase, nosy.
Yeah.
They want
to know about everyone.
Yeah, exactly. And because it's there, everyone can use it.
Yeah.
It's hard to have a detox from it. Like I've always said, I'd love to have like a month or a month and a half
off of social media
without using social media, and everything would be so fast. Like that's why they were not like. If you even think about like maybe 10 years ago, it's not that long ago. Like 2010, that was like the start of social media. Like
MSN.
Yeah, Bebo, yeah, but Facebook. But sports. I'm going to use sports as an example. Was so much like more positive. Yeah, BBM. I don't know. That was more 2012.
Yeah.
But sports was so more like positive. Like there was no people being racist on Twitter. There was no like you found out
it wasn't really about as much.
You found out transfers on the TV. Like where nowadays it's leaked.
I feel like there's certain types like. For different people, there's different social media. Like I use them all. The one I use the least is probably Facebook. I don't go on it.
I use them all but Twitter.
Yeah, I love Twitter. Yeah. The only reason I love Twitter is for football Twitter and just keeping up with like people that I like. Because it's amazing. Some of the things I found, I show you all the time because you don't go on it. It's amazing. But it's such a horrific place because, like say, footballers just get abused, celebrities get abused. Facebook is for like. Mums and,
I think the audience and the consumers is switching as time's going on.
Yeah.
So I'd say maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, Facebook was the mainstream social media app. Everyone. Yeah. Instagram was on the rise, Snapchat was on the rise, but Facebook's always been a constant and it's always been the main one. But now, people are like moving on to Instagram and Snapchat and stuff like that.
Instagram is just fake.
Facebook, yeah, we'll get onto Instagram, but Facebook's been left behind, so now it's grandparents, parents, they're the ones who use it now. So
they're the ones who are finally going, what is this? Like,
exactly. If you think the shot's slightly changed, it's because the wind caught the camera and it went flying
before it smashed on the tip.
So yeah, we've got
we'll do another photo.
Yeah, we'll do another photo shoot, and it's like now. It's a weird setup, but yeah, we'll carry on where we were. I've lost my train of thought.
That's a shit me up proper fast.
This just shows how prepared we were for this. Yeah, it's just taking the photo. This is how prepared we are. We're doing it in the rain with a fucking umbrella.
Every time we want to film, we get fucked over in one way or another.
It was nice yesterday.
Yeah, but I was working, so it's fine.
Yeah, we're currently doing a podcast with the umbrella taped to the camera with 2 deck chairs keeping the tripod up, and it's raining.
Let's carry on.
Great success.
Great success.
Yeah, so we're talking about. I'm a shots line. Yeah. So we're talking about Facebook and how the consumer thing's changing, and I think it's changing year on year. I can even the purpose of social media. I mean, businesses now are using social media as like a massive way to gain a different reach of audience, a different reach of consumer.
Like everyone gets even all businesses have a Facebook page. First thing they do. But that's not the way you reach people now. You reach people through online advertising. Twitter gets a lot of placement, and Instagram's a big one.
Social media marketing, isn't it?
Yeah. Whereas Facebook just doesn't. Only thing it reaches is like your parents and your grandparents now, because like the amount of people I see on there, like even from like my work and stuff, I see like loads of people on there. I'm like, geez, I didn't expect you to have Facebook. Then I think about it, it's like we used it when we were younger, and now we don't use it anymore, and they started using it.
Yeah.
It's like it took over. Like you say, it's swapping over now.
Yeah, I think like these. Obviously, we in college and I'm learning at university, old and new media. Social media's classed as new media, and the new media is now becoming the mainstream, which is like YouTube, Twitter. So all through social media. And it's now if you as a business owner or an entrepreneur
want to get anywhere,
or don't have a social media following or social media pages, then you're not going to be successful in this current climate, because. Even we can even use the pandemic as an example. Like businesses who are all face to face and not online have suffered the most.
Yeah.
Where people who do online retail, online clothing, all these online services, they're the ones who are gaining financially and surviving.
Because they don't rely on the actual upfront marketing and all that lot.
Exactly, and that's where I think it's taken us into the future. That's where I think eventually all businesses will be face to face. Online eventually.
It's like these days having a shop isn't. Like you don't need a shop at all. You need like a place to distribute, and that's it.
Yeah.
Realistically.
I think that's that's a good thing about social media, but like negatively, like we were saying before, it's very fake, and like when I post on socials, I tend to be trying to be truthful, motivational, and how I don't. You see a lot of people on Instagram and stuff flexing. You see them all really ripped, when in reality it's just good lighting. It's just the way they're positioning the body, and in reality they don't look like that.
As well, sorry to interrupt, when I say when we said about earlier, it portrays a different life on Instagram and stuff like that. That picture that you see smiling, happy, going somewhere, that's a minuscule part of the day, 1% of the day. You don't see the other 99% of the day where they could be miserable all day long. And they're just posing for that one photo they can put up and just portray themselves to look better than they are, or happier than they are.
Exactly. I feel like you see all these. I think it's prevalent with a lot of influencers, where on YouTube or Instagram influencers, where you see like you said 1% of their day, and you assume that's what they're like 24/7. Or you watch a YouTube video, and that's say it's 5 minutes of a 24-hour day, and you assume that's what their day-to-day life is like.
Yeah.
When in reality, they haven't showed you. They haven't showed you them paying bills. They haven't. They haven't showed you them paying bills. They haven't showed you them dealing with family issues. So it's just, you could say it's not a trendy thing to put on the internet. And I disagree. I think being real is very trendy because it's so rare.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of people just being straight up with you about everything. Like if you have money troubles or something, no one's gonna say it. You're not gonna say it. To be fair, I don't think people talk about. That's one thing that people just don't talk about is money. Whereas if you've gone through it and come back the other side, then you will talk about the success you've had doing it.
Yeah.
But if you've like really struggled with it at the time, you won't talk about it. You just don't want to like look vulnerable.
No.
That's what vulnerability is like a big fear, I think, for everyone.
I was going to say, yeah, vulnerability is quite a fear of like people who do put this off the internet to put across the audience. But I think showing your vulnerability is very trendy and very attractive for your following or audience, because then it lets them get to know you. Yeah, and then they're not getting a false impression of what you like. Do you know what I mean?
Well, if people talk, if you start talking about it, someone's watching you's got the same issue, they could reach out and you could start talking about it openly and like, you know, give more of advice. If you know what I mean, like. It's like with anything, any problems people have. If you reach out, like a lot of time people, like maybe they won't see it and stuff, like it depends on who it is. But if you got to talking to someone about it, I'm sure you could go back and forth and actually learn from each other about stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, like I see social media and influencing and making videos as like it's creating a business or a project. If you're being fake, it's not going to last. It's not sustainable. Well, like you see these I'm trying to think of an example, like maybe PewDiePie or KSI, the longest running ones. They do. I know KSI was a character for a long time, but these are now showing who they actually are. And
yeah, PewDiePie put on the persona of like being happy, and he like never swore and stuff like that. And now he genuinely couldn't care less. He's like, because he got sick of it, he couldn't do it anymore. Like he portraying someone that you're not for so long, it's just not.
Because it's not good for your audience. It's not good for your fan base to be fake to them, because they're taking the time out there to watch your videos and support you, and you're just being not you. I think it's so like it's so like trendy. I keep saying trendy to be yourself. Yeah. Like I know
it's on trend. That's what
exactly.
It is. It's like what people like will watch more people now that are 100% themselves. You know what I mean? Like I could give you loads of examples, to be honest. Like even because I used to watch loads. Like you remember like the vloggers and stuff like that. I used to watch them like Will Warren. Like she was like a mum. I think she was Sprinkle or something. I think. Never watched her, but she was mates with like them lot. And she was like really mummy, and like she was really like, you know, she rode for that like what's it, like a good role model style thing. And then she went, I want to talk about like sex and like I want to swear and all that lot. And it's like it's who they are. So like she was like, I'm gonna do this now. If you're not there for it, then don't watch anymore. And like loads of people just do it, and I think it's better.
Like you could even go on a minuscule scale in terms of my channel. It's like I've always tried creating videos, even when I was in like high school, but I found it hard because you try not to be yourself. You try to copy these people.
In that time, though, it's hard though, because like
you still high school, as a person.
Yeah, and plus you
don't know who you are.
As well in high school, it was a different environment. Whereas like if someone found that some people would be like, oh, that's sick. Other people would be like, wow, why are you doing that?
It's so weird though, because like I had that fear of making videos for such a long time, and I wish I did in school. But now people know I make videos and like, oh, that's cool and stuff like that. When in high school, you're like, oh my god, let's take a piss out of it.
And I was always into that YouTube thing, and like I never had anyone to do anything with, or like anyone wanted to do anything like that. Yeah. I loved them, mate. I'd have been doing them for like, if we'd have met years ago and we'd both wanted the idea, I'd been doing it for years now. Yeah. I love it, mate.
It's just as I think, like you could even say that YouTube's quite trendy. It's on trend now.
And now it is. And back in day, it was a bit
no, I've seen the last 2 or 3 years. I think since the KSI boxing thing has like
boomed it to mainstream.
Yeah, and I think even people who have no interest in YouTube are watching it and
still know about it.
Yeah, it's like really put the thing of like working for yourself, creating videos, creating content as like a mainstream job. I don't know. So it's quite normal now, and people do see you talk to the camera. It's not as like weird as it would be like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And like that's why I think people are being a lot more real now, because it's less.
Like in when we were doing our college course and we did vox pops in town, like interviews, went up to people with cameras, like, oh, not on camera, but a lot of other people still look at you like, because they're older, but like generally more people are more accepting of it and realise it's just a thing, like happens.
It's just a thing now. It's a new form of entertainment.
It is.
And like going against that, a negativity of it is like there's a lot of like people have their own opinion on it. People have their own opinion on everything, and like it's easy to like do videos and then you see negative comments and it's like.
It's sad to people these days, like we were saying about the negative effect of social media, like even YouTube or any comments, anything with comments on it, that someone can comment. People, you can have a million or 999,000 comments that are you know really nice and positive and constructive and like amazing comments. one comment could just say, I don't like this video, I hate this video,
and then that'll
why are you doing this? And that one will just stick there to the rest of it. That one comment can outweigh the rest.
Yeah.
And that's on everything. Like even a private message about stuff. Like if I put a photo up and then one of my mates says something like, "Oh, why'd you put that up? Ugly that." Over everything else, it'd just stick there. Of course it would.
It's like even like gym photos and gym videos. People are like, "Oh, I can look more than you." People are like, "Oh, you look really small."
There's nothing wrong with healthy. There's nothing wrong with health competition, but there's being and not.
I disagree. I don't agree with the competition thing in the gym. I think it's not healthy to be in competition with someone. I think
sometimes it's fun.
It is fun, but I think comparing yourself to other people is not great because, like I've talked about a lot. Like building muscles are very, very, very long process. Like we were watching Mike Thurston earlier, and you were saying, "Wow, he's in really good shape."
But it's took him 10 years.
He's 30 years old. It took him over 10 years to build that physique.
Yeah.
Most people it takes. I'd say to get to the physique you want, I think it's going to take up. I think you'll never be happy with it, but you always want to improve it. But I think to be actually in a good shape, it takes 5 to 10 years. I think because it's.
I was going to say definitely 10 plus yeyears, depending on how hard.
It takes a long time to build upon the muscle. So imagine how long it takes. You know what I mean? So it's just like people always want to one-up each other on social media because you can't see the faces, so they can just type what they want. It's like a free rein. I've always said you can't enter your driver's license, your ID, your passport, whatever. So if you do something incriminating, then you can be held responsible for it. Like all the like the.
So just making new accounts of things just to say stuff nasty.
Yeah, and I mean, I saw that a lot on like Instagram. Instagram's the most used app I use, and that's why like. I had to take a break off it. Like I've spoken in my vlog, which it should already be out by now. That I didn't post properly. I can't speak to them for a good I know it's not a long time, but a week because usually I try and get 2 videos out a week and I'm rushing. But I found myself being drained by having to do 2 videos a week and I'm trying to schedule and stuff like that. But also we didn't Also I mentioned that I went to Liverpool.
I would have mentioned that, yeah, because we said we needed it not just from I really need a break from work. Even after going back since lockdown, it's yeah, I'm glad to be back and I'm glad to be getting out and about doing things again. But at the same time, it's draining, man. I was absolutely just fucked. There's a better word. That's the best word for it. I was knackered. I was coming home from work every day, and my feet were aching, my knees, back. I was just and I was still trying to train, and then went to Liverpool. We still trained at Liverpool. And it'd just be nice to just not have any worries and just relax. That's
the exact same thing. Like when we were in Liverpool, there was no thing about me having to think about videos, having to worry about emails for the business, having to worry about all these other things. I just switched off and had a good time. And but obviously that's hard for me because I'm always switched on and as you know, I'm always fucking messaging you. And I find it hard to switch off. I was thinking about it a bit in Liverpool, but for me, I'm always focused on
We were going to film in Liverpool. We did obviously put that video up, that little montage video was in gym, but that was just a bit of fun. You were about taking your camera. I'm kind of glad you didn't, because we didn't have to sit down and do anything and worry about anything. It's just switched off, and it was just good to get away and do different things and just experience something else for once. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I know I'm still quite new into this YouTube thing, but I found myself having to rush videos as I was coming into the last few months. I think before the gym one, the last 2 or 3 videos wasn't how I wanted them to be.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the football one, but it just.
I personally think that you should just
stick to what I want to do and.
No, but I would say take your time.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone would agree that if someone takes the time and only posts even just 1 video a week, and it's really good, and it's high quality content that they really enjoy watching.
I want to post more the gym thing we did.
Yeah.
I want to do more stuff like that.
Exactly.
And it's I do want to do informative videos because I have had someone close to me who said they do enjoy watching the videos I've done where it's more informative. It's talking about
they learn something.
Food, it's something you're getting out of it, and I'm going to focus more on that.
Yeah.
We will carry on with the Waddle Watches thing in time.
I love that, mate. I love that. I love the gym tag thing. I love all sorts, mate. I'll you probably know, I'll do pretty much anything.
We will do more stuff in time, but at the minute I'm just going to focus on the gym stuff, get that established first. But obviously the Waddle Watch thing, there's been a lot of issues in terms of copyright with the Peaky Blinders thing, which that will be back. But once I get an actual editor to get that, then that's going to be on hold for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we went to. I saw Liverpool as a bit of a release because I needed a break. I saw. I'm on social media every day, sorting the business out, and there's a lot of negativity, and it's just draining to read, it's just draining to see. And as easy as you can just say, Tyrone, don't go on social media, but it's
hard not to. I do it like
my life revolves around.
If I'm not doing something, or even I'm just at home, I just flick on my phone. I'll go on Twitter, I'll go on Instagram. I'll do anything like just to pass time. Just do it all the time. I want to say like when we were in Liverpool, we said it was a break, but as well we didn't like. Normally, like you go on that, like you take loads of photos. Like I think I got two or three. That was about it. I didn't really get many at all.
Yeah, but even take photos, obviously due to the fact of like COVID and stuff.
I just get stuff for memories, mate.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I like pictures for memories just to look back on as a good time. Like I don't really post on my Instagram unless I get loads of photos. I think, I want that there, so I never lose that.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean, yeah. Like I wanted Liverpool to be like just phones off, social media. I know we did go on the phones and did go on social media, but not really. We didn't do it a lot. We just all spent time together and had a good time. But yeah, I just saw it as a release, and obviously, like when I'm here, I'm on it, looking at like the YouTube stuff. I'm on it doing some research. I'm on it doing stuff for the company. I'm on it doing like looking at other things for potential things for our business, like to bring in. And it's so draining when you're doing it every single day. I'm doing stuff for a marketing company, social media wise as well. So every day my life revolves around like social media, and it's just
can't escape it.
You can't escape it, and that's why I enjoyed Liverpool so much. We just got to spend time with my girlfriend and my friends, and just not think about it.
Yeah, but like I said, it's just the thing is, if you're doing it for a job or for businesses, I don't think there's anything wrong with being on it. You can't really escape it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just them 3 moments you have. Do something else that you actually enjoy. I say, people enjoy social media. I don't mind it. I get a good laugh out of it. But I mean, like in them 3 moments, spend time with people that you want to see, you want to spend time with, or do something you enjoy. Like spare time. What I mainly do: Xbox, football, gym, and then go to my mates.
Yeah.
That's my main 4 really, and snooker. They're my 5. That's all I do really. And it's just stuff I enjoy. My 3 moments.
I mean, if I could like tell someone like, if you don't like to escape, I won't say escape social media because you can't, like you said, you can't get away from it. But if to get out your day, like if say you're on a weekend, you're not at work and you've got a lot of free time, or you're off work or whatever, get out. You know what I mean? Just get out, go for walks, go go places you've never seen before. You know what I mean?
Like a lot of people say they don't have time. Well, not even they don't have time. They don't have things to do, people to do things with. It's like I many times can happily just go on a walk, or even just do things like go to cinema, go for something to eat. I can do it all on my own. I'm used to it. I can happily do it. But if someone wants to come with me, I'm more than happy to do that, because then I get to spend time with someone that I want to spend time with. You know what I mean?
Like I agree. I think I'm very happy of being in my own company. In fact, I like it because I mentioned in my vlog yesterday for this when we were recording this. When I go for a walk, it's when I get my ideas. It's when I go for a walk or a run. I've got my earphones in.
You get to think, don't you?
I get to. It's better than being in the house all day or being around other people. When I'm on my own, I'm in my own company. I can just think, and I get ideas for the business. I get ideas for my YouTube videos. Even get ideas for maybe 10 years down the line that I want to keep. It's just I write stuff down, and I find it therapeutic. I find it therapeutic to go for a walk by myself. Yeah. Plus, it gets your steps in as well. I always am a high believer of getting around 10,000 steps. My throat is going around 10,000 steps in a day. Keeps you active.
Yeah, like we're working now. We're doing table service. I hit at least 10,000 every single day.
Yeah,
minimum. Like some days I'm pushing like 20k at work. Like Friday nights, my feet fall off at the end of the night. Like honestly, it's the busiest nights of the week. Last week we had like an 18th birthday coming, which sent me. But honestly, I wanted to smash my head off the bar. It was horrible. It was one of the worst nights of my life.
I wouldn't recommend smashing your head on the bar.
I would. Like either that or customers getting it.
Define getting it.
My head.
Right. Okay.
In their feet, like. It was horrible. But I think I hit about 23k, and I was absolutely knackered. I was sweating. It was horrific.
Yeah.
So yeah, get your steps in. It's crucial. But no, I agree with you, like late night, not even late night walks, just walking in general. Like I just put my earphones in, I can just think. The one time I think the most, and it's the worst time to think, when I'm going to bed. Turn the light off, and my brain just goes like ham on thinking about random shit.
I hate thinking in bed. Like
because your brain's still active and you can't go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I found myself doing that when I've been in all day, or when I've just been to the gym and I come back home, because you haven't had your time to think, you haven't had your time to like release. Like, but I think when you do an exercise, you're active, you're thinking. It allows, like, it's, as I said yesterday, it's healthy for your thought process, and because you're seeing new things, you're walking, you're taking things in better, and it's.
I feel like a good way to link it is like, do you know, like when we're training, you do like mind to muscle
memory.
Yeah, you do it like that. You focus on the muscle you're training. It's like you go for a walk, you go for a run. Your brain is the one that's working the most.
Yeah.
And that's the time where it opens. Like for me, it opens up, and you just think about things you need to, and you get more you get clearer thoughts. I love it. Like even at work, to be fair, and at night, if not once no one's disturbing me, I'm either counted till or I'm wiping that bar. I just think about things. No one's talking to me. It just goes. My brain just goes into fuck overdrive and just starts thinking about random stuff.
I mean, like social media, like if it's taught me one thing, it's like obviously I try and like follow people, and I try and watch people who are a good influence and not negativity and toxic. Like through social media, I've started to do things that scare me. So if you don't know, I've recently left my job, which was a stable job for me, stable income.
Not mentally.
It wasn't good for me mentally, and you've got to put your mental health first. This isn't me telling anyone to like leave the job, because this is just my situation. But I've always said leave your job if you're not happy, but if you've also got something to fall back on.
Yeah.
And obviously, I work for part-time at the minute, work for a marketing company. Hopefully we've talked and that could be full-time while I'm at university. Obviously COVID's slowing that down at the minute, so I'm not really earning from it at the moment, which I will be when we can meet face to face. But yeah, I don't have my full-time job anymore. I work part-time for that, and I've also it then frees up more time for me to spend create content and focus on my main priority, which is the business. And I found myself when I was working, I wasn't happy. I was depressed all the time because social media is depressing, toxic at work. I just needed to as we said before, detox. And
you were quite down for a bit.
I was very down because I wasn't looking forward to my days. I didn't have anything to look forward to. I didn't have any weekends because I was working literally 24/7.
Yeah.
And I had the mornings, but when everyone else was free, I was working. So I just thought I'd leave it. I had nothing against people who work there. It was just I enjoyed my job. I didn't really enjoy it. I enjoyed it for a while, but it got to the point where it was so mentally draining for me. It wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
So
see, I love my job. I really enjoy my job.
That's the main thing.
But it's one of them things where I look at it and I think, would I prefer to get a 9 to 5 and just find something that's not a normal job, but in a place that I can flourish still in similar format that I am now, but make sure it's a structured schedule, a structured roles that I get every week.
Yeah.
The same.
It's still recording, isn't it?
Yeah, I get a structured. Like I say, I get time to myself at weekends. Now I'm working. Sometimes I get this Saturday off, but I don't really want it off.
Yeah.
I'd rather pick my days, but I just can't. I'd love to finish at 5 o'clock on a Friday or a bit earlier, and just chill from there until Monday morning.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't work like that. I get my days off on a Monday. I get a Monday, sometimes a Wednesday, and then one afternoon or a weekend or an evening. And it's not much. It's still the same as a weekend, but it's broken up and it's a bit shit. You know what I mean?
When I was working, I found myself if I was working say 35, 40 hours in that week, when I did have my free time, I'd just be doing nothing. And now I have so much free time. I feel more productive in terms of I can get up early in the morning, do what I need to do for that marketing thing, send it off to them. Then I've got my whole day to do other things. Yeah. When I was working for that place, I'd work and I'd just come on and procrastinate and do nothing.
Yeah.
Where now I can work, do my bits, and plus it goes towards my college, my uni course. It helps me further my knowledge.
Yeah.
And then I can carry on stuff with the business, and I've got all this free time to create YouTube videos. I've got all this free time to create content, and it's just for me. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. It's so I enjoy it. It's enjoyable, and you're documenting things that you can look back at in 20 years' time and say, "Wow, I did that." And I don't want to be 75 and just regret and think, oh, I waste my time watching social media, watching people do things that I want to do instead of doing it. And that's why we took these steps to start a YouTube channel and do other things, which will be massive in the future.
I feel like along with you having more time, it's frustrating for me because like now I don't have a lot of time, and I feel like sometimes you message and I feel bad saying that I can't. I've got work, or I'm doing this tomorrow, so I can't do this, I can't do that. And it's just like I want to be there, but sometimes I can't be.
I know that you talk about the business, and we've talked about it, and we are like fine, and we do know you work and stuff like that, and I'm completely fine by doing all the stuff and the emails and stuff like that, and dealing with everything. But it's but I know that I know that when all these come, when you do have free time, you'll be helping as much as you can.
100%.
Exactly. So it's just like, I would be feeling not good if that wasn't the case, but I know that won't be the case. So it's fine. Like obviously we've all got commitments in life, so you just got to deal with what you've got.
Work around it.
Exactly. And it's just setting yourself up for the future.
Like it's weird going from like when we went away, training like the 3 full days we had, and then coming back and having to like not train till today. You know, it's like what's it been? What day are we on today? Wednesday. We came back on Thursday. It's been nearly a week. Without training. Like it's horrible. Yeah. It's just, I don't have the time to do things. It's just frustrating. The only free time I get home at 12. If I'm working next day or I've got to be up to do something, it's like today. I worked all day yesterday. I got back at like 12 o'clock. Went to bed 1:30, and then I had to get up at 6 o'clock.
See, it doesn't have with the COVID situation, because if it wasn't happening, you could have just gone to the gym after work until midnight.
Exactly.
And it's easy people saying.
That's what we're doing.
It's easy people saying you've got all the time in the day, but
you don't.
If you're working all day and then it's not open when you finish, there's nothing you can do about it.
That's what I mean.
So it's obviously there's nothing. Obviously, like we've talked about your diet and stuff like that, and we have sorted that out, and you are losing weight still. And it's.
My diet's not even that bad. Like, if anything, I'm too strict in my diet.
That's nothing I want to talk about. Social media, I talked about this in the vlog, like portrays eating badly to be the worst thing in the world.
It's not.
And it pisses me off.
You put it on your Instagram today, about the call.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like, I was watching a video and this guy's like, 7 ways to get rock hard abs. Do this workout.
I watched that guy.
And I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, no, it's called a calorie deficit. That's all it is. You could get shredded off McDonald's. You could. I wouldn't recommend it. The benefit, the
amount of salt in McDonald's.
Salt and it'll probably cause some heart palpitation.
Everything. You'll die.
But if you just want to look good, you probably could do it.
Oh yeah.
But
it won't be healthy.
But again, like
your body'd shut down afterwards.
I won't say trained, but I've trained you, I've trained Anthony, I've trained Aaron. These are all friends, and you've all got decent results. And I've always said to you all that don't. Aaron specifically, because Aaron's so stubborn, he's on his own way. That you don't have to drop your carbs to fucking 10 grams a day. It's like carbs are not bad.
He did the water thing.
Yeah, he did. He did a keto. So he did a water fast where he didn't eat for like a week.
Did he just drink water? Yeah.
To be fair, he did lose a lot of weight, but then he binged again. So
that's one of the worst.
It's a cycle. You're just gonna binge.
Like imagine just drinking water.
Yeah, so you're just going to binge. You should always have a sustainable diet. And I've been training now for about 2.5 to 3 years, maybe. And I will like it, but I have. I've gained a lot of muscle in recent times. I spent the first year and a half I've spoken about this before, losing fat and muscle when I had no muscle anyway. I was like a rake. But yeah,
you could be so much bigger now.
I know I could if I actually weren't afraid to put on weight. But it's you can have a cheat day. People like you see a lot. I follow influencers who portray it to be like how it is. Like you see Mike Thurston, you see Rob Lipsett, you see Christian Guzman eat pizza. You see him fucking eat what they want.
The thing is though, right? Pizza's not even bad. That's the thing. Like
I'm gonna get that on a fucking t-shirt.
It is. No, but like, if you're getting pizza from like a takeaway every day or every other day, the grease and all the fat
in moderation.
What I'm saying is, you can get pizza that's like obviously your base is your carb, whatever, and then you've got like you could put a bit of cheese on it, and you put loads of veg and good proteins on it.
As the pizza, it's only like 700 calories.
like my stepdad, the one at freezer he got, like, it was like, the one I used to get was like barbecue base with like peppers, onion and chicken on it. And he had that, and it was like that with like just bits of cheese on it.
I'm keeping on it. Hi, Sam. Camera turned off. There's gonna be a lot of cuts in this fucking podcast. It's meant to be raw. So like going back to the social media topic, they do portray themselves to be perfect in terms of diet wise. Like, oh, I don't eat this, I don't eat that.
They do, they're lying.
I eat 7 calories a day, and I'm fucking massive.
I knew that. Yeah, you're not massive, skinny.
Shut the fuck up. I eat 7 calories a day and have 100,000 grams of protein, and I'm stacked.
Someone's definitely done that.
Probably.
100%.
Probably a Matt Fitness video from
Larry Wheels.
Probably.
He's huge. I want to meet him. He's massive. He's just huge. Like, he's like me compared to you.
Do not compare yourself to Larry Wheels ever again.
I just need the specs, I'm fine.
Right. So yeah. Right. So I know, and there's a camera. I know as the camera went off, you wanted to speak about. I'm keeping all these like. This is what I'm like trying to film. I stutter a lot. I try editing stutters out, and they still stutters in my video. That's how much I stutter. Yeah. So
got better.
I'm getting better at talking to I'm getting better at talking to the camera, but I speak very fast, which means I malfunction. No, this is my channel.
I'm just struggling.
Yeah. So I know you were saying before when the camera went off that you wanted to talk about where we are at physically. I sort of touched on it in my vlog yesterday, but I'll do it again.
Because we talked like, obviously we talked about one of the podcasts at the start about how we were feeling in lockdown. Because like before lockdown, I was feeling great. Yeah. Like I was playing football like 3 times a week. I were lifting big for me. Like I was feeling strong, and like I say now, I'm nearly. This is probably the fittest I've ever felt. This is probably one of the best I've ever felt. I don't look it. But I put half a stone on over lockdown, but it's still the best I've ever felt. It's like I've definitely put on muscle. Like I've hit PBs over the last like 2 weeks in the gym. Like my chest is feeling bigger. I just feel really good. And like playing football, I'm only playing football once a week, but like my fitness has definitely improved.
Yeah.
Like I don't know where you're feeling, but I feel good.
For me, it's shitting myself at camera. It's a weird one. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like, obviously, I'm still trying to get back to where I was before lockdown. It's going to be a long process. Like, maybe take another month or 2.
Same with everyone though.
I know, but I'm also not pressuring myself to bulk cut anymore. Like related to social media, there's always, are you bulking? Are you cutting?
Yeah.
And I'm just doing what I want at the moment. From now on, I'm just
training at the minute.
I'm just training. I'll do cardio when I want to do cardio. I'll eat when I want to eat, and I'll cut, and then I'll still cut when I need to in the summers, and then when we go away. But in terms of bulking, so glad that's there. In terms of bulking, I don't know if you can call it bulking. Is it maintaining? I don't know. I'm just eating, and if I gain muscle, which I am doing.
Yeah. You definitely are. Like I said, I think lockdown for everyone's been a blessing in disguise. Obviously, we were both pissed off because we were getting to that point where we were feeling really good. But like, lockdown gave us a chance to train more things that we didn't have before, or like that we weren't good at before. Like you said, your shoulders have got bigger. I agree with you. Like you're looking a lot bigger than you did before.
I think I'm bigger now than I was before lockdown.
I think it is as well. Because when you train, you're training because you want to, and you're not scared to eat things. You're still a bit bad with it. You care too much sometimes.
I mean, you saw in Liverpool, I was still tracking everything.
Yeah, I know it was bad that.
But I don't know if there's a video on my Snapchat memories of me trying to do a home workout the day of lockdown, like the day when everything got closed. And I do feel now and look a lot better than I did before, because I felt myself like before lockdown. Like I think I've mentioned this. Like I was stagnating. I wasn't trying to go heavier. I was always like trying to do the same weight.
You were like when we train. Like I was always trying to progress and go heavier if I could. Whereas I felt like you'd go like, even if I were there, you'd go like you were pressing 36s and then you dropped to like 32s like a couple of days later. I'm like, what are you doing?
But there's a video where I looked really thin and I thought like I was in really good shape. I was really good shape, but like I feel like now
you're never in bad shape. I just think compared to where you want to be.
I've had periods in the last 2.5 years where I've like, you've seen the Joe Weller stuff when like he's in good shape but he's not as in good shape. I've been there like in and out, but I'd say in the last year I've been consistent in terms of my shape. But obviously I posted a picture on Instagram yesterday of me like a month ago.
The month and a half comparison thing.
I just want to be honest with people here. That is bad lighting, obviously.
I know. When I saw it, I would have commented, but I thought I can't do it.
That is bad lighting, and I want to do a pump, and
you might as well have just stuck that proper, made yourself have a belly or something just to make it look better.
Yeah. I don't think I look as bad as I made it out to on that picture.
You don't.
But that's why I consider myself to be in bad shape when I look a bit plumpier, a bit fluffier. And that was a cheat day as well, so I'm going to be stuffed as fuck.
I feel like what you need to do is don't compare. You can compare, but don't like think about it too much. Whereas I always think if someone says something to you, like if you had taken you for a bit, even if it's a week, and they say, oh, you're looking really good, or you're looking this, you're looking that, listen to them, because generally they don't see you as much as you see.
I just usually get the thing, you're looking a bit bigger. That's all.
Just take it as a compliment.
Yeah. I mean, with me,
instead of worrying about it.
The fear is my face. The face, the double chin. That's the one thing I hate. I like having a slim face.
Jawline.
Yes, and I'm still got that. Just.
Right, shut up.
I have got a jawline. I've got you've got a picture of my phone sipping a pint. I have got a jawline.
You're sucking it in.
Yeah. So I do have a jawline. When I talk about jawlines, I am in good shape. My shoulders got bigger, my chest got bigger. I think I am getting bigger because I'm just eating whenever.
Yeah.
And again,
what I said, I want to interrupt you again because what me and Karen both said to you when you were away, we trained. I think with the first day, we trained and we found that shop, that cafe, amazing cafe. If you're in Liverpool, go to it. It's called Nude Cafe, Nude Summit in it. Go. It's not sponsored. It's amazing.
Sponsor us, please.
The woman hated us, but it was great.
Please sponsor us. We will promote your stuff in every single video.
Send it us, it's amazing. Anyway, we trained and we had something before, and we had the first day we just missed breakfast, so we had like, I think you had chicken noodles. I had like chicken, sweet potato, mashed and veg, all the good stuff. So that was like breakfast. Big on protein, good stuff, healthy. Went, trained, big training session. After, me and Karen both ate. So obviously rebuild yourself. You had a shake, but I had a shake and rebuilt myself with a meal. As it were, lunchtime again. You had nothing, and then later on you're absolutely starved, and you're not giving yourself enough.
Yeah, but you can't say to eat because it's just hard for me to eat.
Yeah, but you're having a massive session and you're not eating. Then later on in the day you're like,
But I did eat later on in the day.
Yeah, but you're eating too late you're eating too big too late in the day, and that's a problem. Yeah. You're not supplying your body with enough energy like at the right times. That's your problem.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. I said that to you at the time.
Something I'm working on. It's something I'm getting better at slowly. I mean, I did eat more than I would usually in Liverpool.
Like there's some people like that just can't eat in the morning. But you just got to change your routine. Like I used to hate eating in the morning, but now I make sure I have my breakfast. Same breakfast every day. I eat it, and then I'm done. I'm set till about 1 o'clock at least.
I mean, on Instagram and stuff and socials, they tell you like when you're cutting or trying to lose fat, just miss breakfast and fast. I mean, miss
lunch.
I won't even miss any meals. Just lower your calories in each set.
Just have a bit to keep you going.
I can't train. I can't train without eating.
Same.
I find it so hard because I feel weak, and I don't know if that's what.
And as well, my stomach starts going, and I feel like I'm distracted. You know what I mean? You've got to have something there, even if it's just a bit of toast or a bowl of cereal, just something. You get something in your stomach, so that you can train.
Yeah.
But I remember once I come to the gym right early in the morning with you, and I'd eaten no breakfast, and I tried to go on treadmill. I lasted 2 minutes and I got off because I felt so sick.
Did.
What?
You were dead.
Oh, I was dead.
Yes.
Yes, I was dead.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you saying, boy? But yeah, it was just it's a bad thing. Start eating at the right times. That's what we need to learn from this.
Well, it's my cheat day today, so cheat meal, so I'm gonna have a massive cheat meal.
Much later, I'm gonna try and find some nice chicken on this menu at this Tyrone. I'm gonna walk out with pizza and some fucking garlic bread or something.
I think we've sort of covered everything.
I think that's a good place to end it because it's still raining.
Not as bad.
And I really want to go and have a pint at a shop.
I mean, I really want my career. Right. I hope you've enjoyed this shambles of a podcast.
It's been great. We haven't done one for... How long has it been?
About a month.
Has it been a month?
About a month.
Really? When was the last one? That was the last one, the football one.
Yeah, but I want...
we're alright.
I mean, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a shambles, but it's been good. There will be a few cuts, but that's due to like the weather. So yeah, leave a like. leave a like, comment about what your favourite parts was, where you're at the moment. Subscribe.
If you have anything constructive to say it in the comments. If it's nasty, shut up.
You're getting blocked.
You are.
Yeah.
I'll block you personally.
Right.
And physically.
Turn the notification bell on to keep up to date with all the videos. So yeah. See you in a bit.